Hello again, and welcome to video 4. You'll see that we're now on our Ardsley Town Football Club scores, where all the players you can see listed, some of whom will or will not enter, remains to be seen which, and beside which we have Footy for Fun scores, which is exactly the same except with a different picture. And the only difference between these two when the competition kicks off is the Footy for Fun list will contain everybody, whether they're paying or whether they're children or wish to play just for fun. And the Ardsley Town Football Club one will only be contain those people that are playing for money. So you saw in video 3 we added 2 new players. So we just go and find them in our list down here. And where are we? There's Dad White. Now you can see here in Jade, this sail has got a little green triangle in the corner. And if we look in that sail, we can see it says Jade White. Whereas for Dad White, it says Charlotte, because Charlotte is my default sail, if you like. And then I just copy it and change things. And as you can see, Mickey is also Charlotte. And that explains why this little, get away from that, why that little green triangle is there, is because that's just telling you that that sail is different than the sail above it and the sail below it. And it only does that if it's the only sail with a name, such as this. Michael's name's there, but for Daryl, it's Charlotte, and for Yvonne, it's Charlotte. Now up here, you will note, Carl has his own name, Steve has, Dave has, Vic has, Ian has, and Georgie has, and Melvin hasn't. But there are no little green triangles with these ones because they're not the odd sail out from the two around them. So don't be worrying about that. So we just go into Dad White's sail, and up here, and you must be very careful with your typing here not to make a mistake, because you've got to get between the apostrophes. So we'll just type Dad White in there and delete Charlotte, being sure not to delete the apostrophe, and bingo. Now Jade's little green triangle has gone because she's not different from both cells around her. And I hadn't done Mickey, so we'll do him now as well. Mickey White, and delete Charlotte. Again, making sure to leave the inverted apostrophes there or it won't work. And Patrick needs to be changed as well from Charlotte to Patrick. So, Patrick White, and delete Charlotte, and not the apostrophes. So now you can see they're alright. Now Trev is still Charlotte because I haven't had his entry yet. Now that's all you need to do, and that's all the scores for each player will be correct. Now you don't need to do anything here. This is from the selection sheet. As you can see in cell A4, it's looking on the selection sheet C4, and column B is looking in selections A4 and selections B4 for column C. And this was what I was saying before about the putting the names in twice. This way it enables the sort to be in the correct order. Now there's just something else I thought I ought to show you while I'm at it. I'm just going to whip back to the old selections tab. Now, supposing we misspelt England when we were entering Eileen's. So let's spell it England. Now, whoops, I didn't mean to put that hash in. I'll get rid of that because I don't want to confuse the issue. Right, so now that's spelled wrong. And it doesn't make any difference at this stage because all that cell is text. However, if we now go and have a look at Eileen's tab, you will see there's an error. And the reason for that is because on the pardon me, results tab here, which is where it's looking for England's score, England is there, spelled correctly, but on Eileen's tab, it's looking for England and it can't find England because England isn't there, only England is. and that has a knock-on effect here where you get a non-applicable for Eileen's score. I'm just pointing that out so that you know, don't panic if you get that sort of a thing happening, because all it means is it's just a typo. So you just double check your typing when you put it in. So we'll change that back to England. England. And just to prove it to you, we'll go back to Eileen's tab. And as you can see, it's now all fine. And on the scores, Eileen's score is fine. Now, it's a bit boring this because you can't really demonstrate you how the sort works because everybody's got no points. So, just for a quick teaser, I'm going to get rid of the formula in here because all these player tabs are all identical. That's why you move and copy them, so you don't have to do any messing about. It's all automatically done. But if I overwrite that formula and give Eileen, say, 21 points, pardon me, and then we go over here to the scores, you can see she's got 21 points, but she's not top. So once again, Mr. Macro comes in. So you click on A4, as ever, click on the picture, does a sort, and there you go. Eileen is way out in the lead with 21 points, and everybody else has got 0 points. I'll just better go back and change that. So I want to delete that 21, and then I want to go to formulas, do auto sum, and it wants to add up from C3 to C11, which is exactly what I want because that will get all the team's scores. So that there is now exactly the same formula as everyone else has. And if we go back to the scores, we'll see Eileen's top with 0 points because I put the formula back in correctly. So let's do another sort. A4, click the picture, click sort, and Dave's back on top, and Eileen's back down where she belongs in 4th. So don't worry about all these other tabs, by the way. They're just peripheral to what you want to be doing. And I think that's, oh no, what you want to do with these scores is the question, isn't it? Because you can't really, display them in this format. So I've just done a quick copy of those scores in a more aesthetically pleasing fashion, which, as you can see, is called Arlesey Town Football Club Scores Web, and that's because I'm going to save this as a web page and put a bit of HTML above it, and then put it up on my website when the scores change, so that everybody can see what they've got. And again, you don't have to do anything here. You can see Dave Barton is ATFC Scores A4, which is here, A4, and the tab ATFC Scores, and Dave's score will be D4 on the ATFC Scores. So let's just go back and prove that to you. And there you go, it's D4 on the ATFC Scores. Now, when you're doing this for the first time, you don't need to bother messing about copying all of these. All you need to do is this. If you highlight that first cells, which is looking in A4 and D4, and if you just hover your mouse over that selected cells, you'll note that's gone to a little black plus sign. So all you do is right click that is, and just drag that down, and that will bring, I'm just going to take it one too far just to show you. That drags down, and then click anywhere you like. That just copies everything from top to bottom on the Scores tab, and you will see here, because I dragged it one too far, we've got Dave Jones, who's on Scores tab A34, and indeed up here he's on the Scores tab A34, but I put that one in manually, and then just copied all of those ones down as well. So you don't have to do a whole lot of work with these at all. It's excellent. So I'm just going to delete those because we've already got Davy Boy up there. And I think that's about all we need to do on the Scores tab, which I better get back to. Yep, I can't think of anything else that needs doing on there. Well, we'll knock that one on the head and I'll have a wee think and see what the next video is going to be about then. So, bye for now.